Right then, welcome to Ryan's Road podcast number 11. Past double digits was last week, weren't it? 'Cause it was 10, so we're still in double digits, so I ain't going to make a thing of it. If you're new to the podcast, if you are not familiar with Ryan's Road, where you're about to fucking be, ain't you? Hey, like, if this is your first episode introduction, you couldn't have picked a worse one. Right, guys, you may be familiar with when I first started the podcast, and it was all kind of like winged, like, you know, I'd get a theme. Well, what I was thinking is that last week's podcast, if you haven't listened to last week's podcast, go fucking listen to it. And if you haven't listened to any of the ones before, go listen to them too. But yeah, last week I touched on the whole when life likes to get in the way, and, you know, kind of not blaming it, you know, controlling what you can and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to go fully into it, but this week's podcast is basically, couldn't be a better example of what I was talking about last week, because this week is the worst prep I've ever had. Basically, I don't know if you follow my fitness channel, Ryan's Road Fitness, but if you do, you'll see in that vlog I only worked out twice this week, on Monday, Tuesday. I didn't go to jiu-jitsu classes or anything. It is now Sunday evening at 25 to 9, and I'm recording the podcast ready for Monday morning at 6 a.m. This has never happened up to yet. When I first started, I had like 5 or 6 pre-recorded podcasts with the idea of if I was ill one week and I couldn't record one, I'd have a buffer. If you've been following the journey so far, you know I've already lost that. It had gotten to the point where I'd record it start of the week and edit it in the week ready for Monday. Anyway, that had happened. I'm here, I'm recording it. It's very much winging it this week. But I do like to do this because I like the podcast's about life, innit? You know, it's about different perspectives, how we view things, what we can do to improve our lives, like things that get in the way, why they get in the way, why we think what we do, all that kind of shit. And along with that, me being me and the way I like to do things is I like to give you snippets of my journey as well as just talk to you about how you can improve yours. I like to give you snippets of my own so you see that, like, I'm relatable. You know, I deal with shit too. So yeah, this week I just felt fucking rough. I don't know if it was a cold or what, but I was really fatigued. Like, I was just falling asleep and like sleeping through my alarms in the mornings. I wanted to get in here last night, but I looked at the wife, spoke to her about it, she went, I can't even picture you like basically talking to a camera. So like, just leave it. So there's a whole sugar thing that comes into it as well, because I'd gotten back on my sugar, which I really believe now is like fucking poison, because yesterday I felt like I was in a fog. Like, everything seems so much effort to just fucking move. Like, it's horrible. And I know now that that's down to sugar and me working out. So because I haven't worked out all week and I got back to me snacking with the sugar, like, I was like, oh, it's just fucking, it's like, literally like walking through fucking sludge, it feels like, in your brain. So I didn't snack it last night, didn't snack this morning or all day. You know, I had a half decent breakfast, and I just ate normal food today. And like, you can already tell, like, you know, I'm kind of on it. It's just that the lack of prep for this week is just the worst it's been. But I've got some themes. I'm going to jump about a bit this week and keep it a bit short and sweet, because I've got to edit the fucking thing, and with how slow my computer goes lately, it's ridiculous. Basically, because I'm doing it on YouTube as well. If you are watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and smash the like button if you're relating to the struggle. I have to get the video footage and put that into iMovie, because that's what I use. But like, I can get it in there and start editing it. But then basically the time it takes for the footage to get into my iMovie, it's been ridiculous lately. Like, I've been having to leave it overnight sometimes. So I'm really hoping that doesn't happen tonight, else it's going to be a very late night. Or I'm going to have an alarm set for like fucking 4 o'clock in the morning just to get in here and upload it ready for 6. Anyway, that's my little half fucked up intro for the podcast this week, and just me being real with you. You know, if you're struggling with life, you ain't the fucking only one. If you're not, manage to hit your goals and whatnot, shit gets in the way, man. Life gets in the way. On top of my fatiguey thing this week, I've had to get more on it with work, because like start of the week I hadn't paid my energy bill for 2 months in a row, so I'm like, right, I need to get some more jobs booked in now, a couple later days. And then turns out the wife might have gallbladder stones. Like the one evening this week, come out and she was just wrecked, so I just sent her to bed and I just sorted the kids out all myself. I had to whip my eldest son up to like the minor injuries thing on Thursday evening when I'd normally be at jitsu. He's fine, nothing to worry about, but just that little step further where we couldn't deal with it at home. Just needed some professional help. So yeah, it's been a life week. Like I say, touching on last week's podcast, life likes to get in the fucking way, and it'd been easy to get down about it. The fact that I didn't go to jiu-jitsu classes and I didn't work out for most of the fucking week, and the fact that I'm recording this podcast the evening before, it's like life can be a cunt, man. And it's easy to like sit there and be like, oh, why me? Why did all this have to happen this week? Blah, blah, blah. But hey, look, I've done what I fucking could, mate. Like, I've done what I could, and I feel centered in myself about that. And already, I'm not looking at this situation this evening with me having to record it late and going, oh, and like getting down about it. I'm like, right, this is bad, clearly, because I've got lack of prep for the podcast for you guys. So I'm going, this can't happen again. What can I do for it not to happen again? And I need to get my buffer back. I need to be scheduling my podcasts that I've already uploaded. I need my little bucket library of podcasts that I've already done, so that if I do have a week where I'm ill and I can't record, I've got one there for you to upload. So I've already spoke to my team, who's my wife, because it's me and my wife, we're a team, and I've explained the situation to her, and I've said like, right, I need to get in the studio this week, a couple of nights, and they're going to have to be late nights because I need to get at least 2 podcasts recorded this week so that I can release one next week and have one in the bank. And I need to do that for a couple of weeks to get ahead, so that if ever I have a life week where shit gets in the way and for whatever reason I'm not able to or can't get into record, I've got the buffer back. So I'm going to do that. So life's got in the way. I've went, oh, that's shit. Controlled what I can. Looked into how I can prevent it from happening again. Yeah, like I say, it lines up well with last week. This week I did want to kind of touch on things along the lines of, let me get this right. I'll word it right. Can't and won't. And then things like what you want and what you need. I notice this a lot with my kids, and it applies a lot with adults, surprisingly. I'm going to sidetrack slightly because I meant to say this at the very start. I'm so fucking sorry for last week and not having the pop shield on this black circle here. If you're watching on YouTube, this fucking pop shield, I didn't realise how much. I was fucking idiot, man. Like, I know what they do, but I've done that thing of, do they really do that much? And again, sorry to sound like I'm catering more to the YouTube listeners and viewers, but just for the visual, I thought it looked better without that there, so you can actually see fully who's talking. See, I lowered my voice there because I was shitting myself because I just moved the pop shield to show. Anyway, never doing that again. Pop shield's there for life. Sorry about that. Right, yes, diving back in. There's so many things where you look, whether it be, I don't know, like a personal goal or a fitness thing or just more like an energy fatiguey thing, and you just go like, oh, I can't do that. But fuck me, how many times do we say can't, and what we actually mean is we won't? Yeah? Like when people go like, oh, I can't stop smoking. Well, you can. I can't stop drinking, or I can't stop eating sugary sweets, just sugar treats, or I can't get up early in the morning, or I can't talk truthfully to the wife or husband about what's bothering me, or, you know what I mean, all these things. It's avoidance, isn't it? It's not that you fucking can't, it's that you won't. It's because it's too fucking difficult and it feels too big in your head to fucking deal with it, so you say can't. But because you say the word can't, it feels real. It actually feels like a wall, like literally like, oh, I can't do that. I just can't, like, and then you can add some other bullshit reasons, like if it's getting up early or something. But I can't, cause, you know, I work a lot, like, you know, and I got kids, you know, and I'm extra tired, you know. It's bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Not denying those things are difficult, yes, and they make it harder, maybe. But that don't mean you can't. It's not a physical impossibility. It's more of a, it's going to be fucking difficult and I don't want to. But what I mean is, if you can try and tell yourself that it's something that you won't do, I think you'll hold yourself more accountable. Be like, what do you mean you won't do it? Well, you know, because listen, you might manage to start a little dialogue in your mind that helps you towards getting the thing that you'd rather be doing, if you know what I mean. Because like I say, when you say can't, it's... I didn't put my phone on silent. I'm ever so sorry. So unprofessional. Sorry about that. See, just totally unprepared this week. On me flow then, man. Prick. That fucking wall, when you say you can't, it's just ridiculous. Like, a good example, if I got a good friend who, I don't know if he still listens. I hope he does. But he said something interesting the last time we spoke. Because he struggles with, he's got a lot of stuff going on, like family and personal health, and one of them's like weight and stuff. And it was really interesting. The one time I was talking, when someone's in a very dark place, I find the best thing to do is listen and try and slip in any inkling of, not positivity, but like I like to call flipping it, like, you know, other ways to look at things, just flipping a little bit. But when someone's in a really dark place, you got to walk on fucking ice, because they're not in a receptive place when they're in the deep, deep dark. My mate's like that pretty often, so he's a lovely challenge to talk to. But I love him, he's like a fucking brother. Anyway, he's on about his food, and he got some medical issue and blah de blah, and it was basically about maybe you should change your diet. And he said he'd ate for a week, like really clean, but he didn't fix it, so he went back to pretty much how he was eating. But it was the fact of when he says to me that week when he ate clean, it was unsustainable. Like, the way he spoke about it was like it was literally impossible. I didn't say anything about it because I didn't want to question him, because like I say, I know he's in the deep dark and I know what he meant when he was saying it, so like I left him to carry on talking, because also I know in his situation he just doesn't have anyone to talk to. So more often than not, I'm helping him just by putting an ear there and actually listening. He knows I actually listen as well, which is a big fucking thing for anyone that thinks they go, oh, I listen. It's like, yeah, there's a difference between listening and properly listening. Anyway, so I come away from that conversation and thought, fuck me, that was interesting. Because he could. Like, from what he said, he literally just had like barely yogurt in the morning and fuck all. But he did eat something each day. And like, factually, he could eat like that, and it'd probably solve a lot of his problems. But what I really meant by that is like, fuck, how difficult that would be. Like, that'd be a huge lifestyle change. And it's one of them things where his life's that difficult, the only thing he gets to enjoy is his food. So when you got someone in a really struggling position and you take away the only thing that they get to enjoy, then what's the point in living, sort of thing. Because obviously if you took away the food they enjoyed, even though yes, in the long term it would be beneficial, you got to get that inertia going. So for the first few weeks that you wouldn't feel or see the benefit, all you'd see is that, well, everything's fucking shit and I don't even get to enjoy my food. Fine, what's the point? Bang, fucking end it. So I can understand, right, how that is a really good example, because I don't know anyone that's had to struggle more than my friend. So it's a really good example, because it's like, yes, that's what people mean when they say they can't do something, or like it's impossible, or they feel purely because it's too fucking difficult. So on a factual basis, in a literal reality, he could have changed his diet, how he ate that week, and he could have sustained it going forward. It would have been possible. He wouldn't, and what I mean by that is he wouldn't have died. You know what I mean? Is it literally like 40? I mean, I'm going off of like kid stories here, but 40 days, 40 nights, you can go for without like just water, sort of thing, can't you? Some religions do it, don't they? They fast, don't they, for like 40 days, and all they have is like bread and water or something. I could be wrong. If you want to hit me with the details, more than welcome to drop me a comment fucking telling me that. But yeah, no, from the gist of what he was saying, he was eating something. So, well, you're eating every day. So surely if you go ahead forward and you're eating every day, then you're not going to die. Yeah, yeah. So it is sustainable, but what he meant by sustainable is in like his energy and efforts and whatnot, he couldn't sustain it going forward. It'd been too difficult. The difficulty level and the complexity of the difficulty was too high level for him to be able to handle, but not on a factual basis sort of thing. And that's half of what that, and then just other life things. Because like I say, I get it with the kids. Just daft stuff like needing a piss. You know, you got a toddler, I need a wee. I can't hold it. Like, you can't. No, I can't. We use star charts. I've done it to my 5-year-old yesterday. Because we use star charts, and I says to him, tell you what, I'll give you fucking 20 stars if you can hold it. And he just looked at me, 20 stars? I went, see, you can't. He literally said, he looked at me, paused, said 20 stars, question mark. I went, see, you took the time to think about it, which means you can hold it now. Sit down and shut up, we'll be home in 10 minutes. Because we were in the car at the time. But it's things like that, because, like I say, he's only a child and he needs to piss. But it's that same thing of, it'd be too difficult for him to hold a piss. So it's like, I can't do it. But it's like, actually giving the right motivation, that can't becomes more of like a won't, and that becomes more of a, oh, okay, I guess I can. So this brings me back to, like I said at the start, if you can change, instead of saying you can't do something, even if you're saying it in your head, try changing that to I won't, because it's easy to change I won't to I will than I can't. Because if you're saying you can't, it reinforces that whole it's impossible thing. Can't means it's impossible. I can't fucking fly. Okay? I can't swim into the earth. Yeah? I can't fucking be asleep and recording this podcast at the same time. Yeah? You know, see what I'm fucking getting at? Like, I can't be in several countries at the same time. There's physical impossibilities of things in life that you can't do. So whenever you come across something that you tell yourself you can't do, compare it to something that you know you literally can't do, and then compare the two in your head. So if you say, like, I can't change my diet, weigh that up with, like, well, I can't fly, and ask yourself if they're the same. And you go, well, yeah, I can't fly. I physically can't. I could jump pretty high. I could jump off of something, but I'm just going to Buzz Lightyear it and fall with style. So I could change my diet. I just won't. Why? Because it's too much of a commitment, along with work and having the kids and all that other fucking shit. So whatever you want to fucking do, if you want to progress at all, it's going to be fucking hard. Anything's going to be hard work, man. Like, we ain't kids no more. If you are a kid, even if you are a kid, man, or younger and you listen to this, it's going to be effort. Everything's fucking effort. You don't get shit without putting shit in. And there's plenty of that out there, like memes and crap that'll tell you that. If you want anything, you gotta fucking work it. You want to write a story, you gotta start putting fucking words down on a piece of paper. You want to get fitter, you gotta start sweating and eating better. If you want a better relationship with your partner, you don't just wake up one morning and go, I want a better relationship with my partner, and then carry on doing the same shit every day. You go, I want a better relationship with my partner, so you have a conversation. You get the ball rolling, you talk, but like, I don't feel like I see you enough, or, you know, just want to, you get what I'm getting at. I won't go into specifics about that particular thing, but yeah, if you want to be something better, you got to make a fucking start, and then once you start, then you got to work at it. So get fucking working, man. Get to it. But, you know, go at your own pace, set your own realistic goals. We'll get into that. 20 minutes in, man. I don't know, man. I'm feeling that. I feel like I got a good point across, even with my really shitty prep this week. I think that's a fair fucking point. Can't. You won't. I mentioned it at the start, because then it also leads a bit into the whole what you want and what you need. That can get grey really fucking easy. Because there's the things that you know you need. Food, water, yeah. I guess you could say you need to pay your bills, so you got your house, you know, shit like that. Now the grey bit, I'd argue for us parents and people in general, to be fair, man. Like when you've got work and whatever other commitments you've got, if you get into that realm then of like, I do think it's a need to need something for yourself, whether that be the car you drive, the clothes you wear, computer games you buy. I think it's fair to have one that you need it, man, because it helps you be you. You know what I mean? It helps you. It's not so much a form of escapism in my view. I think it is just that moment where, you know, you're not doing something because it's a responsibility you have towards work, or, you know, cleaning the rabbits out, or, you know, taking the dog for a walk, or anything that's, you know, a responsibility. It's good to have something in that time where it's like, no, it's just I enjoy doing this. Some people it is just fitness. They enjoy doing fitness, so they go to the gym and they like being social at the gym. You know, some people it's like gaming. You know, just playing the Xbox or PlayStation or whatever you prefer. I don't want to get into that fucking debate. I think that is a bit of a need, to be fair. And sometimes it's like with the wife, and she's gone and done the shopping. It's a nice example. And she'll half the time ring me in the afternoon. Blah de blah. Got the shopping on the way back. Do you mind if I get the kids Happy Meal from McDonald's? No, I know in that moment it's his to go, fuck man, what do you need to go to McDonald's for? You've just been to the bastard supermarket, Asda if you're from the UK, and you've bought food. Fucking wasting money on more food, you just bought fucking food. But that wife is going to get home. She's going to have to unpack all the fucking shopping and put it away. But this is at lunchtime when the kids need lunch. So it's like, fuck it, man. Weighing up the cost. Get the kids a fucking Happy Meal so you can get in, they can sit and eat whilst you're putting the fucking all the shopping away. It's like, yeah, I think that's fair. That's cool. Don't mind that. That means the wife's less fucking stressed. That's good for me. You know what I mean? But because there's that grey of things like that, it's easy then to let the grey get wider. And it's like, yeah, man, I need these fucking, you know, the only thing I get to myself is my time playing my games on Xbox or PlayStation. But it's like, okay, but then do you need that subscription to that other thing you've got, and to go and do this, or and to do that, and that as well? It's like, you know, maybe rein it in. Mate, if you've got the time and finances to do everything you're interested in, fucking go for it. Mate, that's living the life. Don't blame you. But most of us can't afford that. So if you're trying to do too much of what you enjoy, it starts to pull away from, you know, keeping the roof over your head. Or if you're taking up all the time to do all the shit you enjoy, then it's taken away from things like actually raising your kids, or maintaining your relationship with your partner, or coming away from work that you should be focusing on. So that was just a little note along with the want and need thing. I'm way guilty of this myself. I have to really keep on top of it because it's fucking easy. I'm into so many fucking... Most people are quite happy with work, family, hobby. Like, I notice it because of the different hobby things I'm into. Like the guys that go and meet at Fight Club, that's just what they do. They go Fight Club, they like doing that. They like training jits, or they'll do like the jits and the MMA and the Thai boxing, all the fucking classes, because that's just their hobby. And they're happy in their bubble, their circle, their world. That's cool. I'm a fucker because I want to do fucking everything. I have to kind of try and rein it in where I can and keep the balance. There's balance to everything in life. I'm finding as I get older, it's literally everything. And not only is there a balance, but it's a fluid balance. Real fucking fluid. So you've always got to be able to shift with how the circumstances and shit are that day, that hour, that week type thing. So for me, the main thing I find always got to balance is obviously, because I've got my interests and stuff, and I'm obviously vlogging my fucking fitness, and I'm recording this podcast, and I have to be very aware of being present when I'm with my kids and actually being their father and not the dad that just does YouTube and stuff, because it's easy for me to get lost into thinking about videos and could be in the studio doing this and blah blah blah. If I'm with my kids, I'm with my fucking kids, as well as work, man. Like, I have customers message me fucking weekends, all the bastard time, and evenings, so I have to switch off from that and go into dad mode, not work mode. So that's fucking easy. And the other one, because like evenings like this evening when I'm in the studio, I could be in my fucking bedroom right now chilling with my wife, carrying on watching Clash of the Titans, which we started watching last night because she's never seen it before and I think it's a cool film. But I keep the dialogue with the wife. I'm like, it's right. I don't want us to start. I don't want to get to a fucking point 5 years from now where maybe this podcast and my YouTube and stuff's actually gone quite well and I'm able to just do it for a living. Not a millionaire, but maybe I've managed to just, what's the word? Not subsidise. Equal my income for doing my self-employed electric work. There's a word, I always forget. Earn the same money from doing this. I do that and swap it. Supplement my income. There you go. Get to that point and go, wow, this is cool. Like, now I can get more podcasts done and things like that. But at the same time, the wife going, I want to get a divorce. We've drifted apart. Don't fucking know you anymore. So you know what I mean? You got to maintain this shit and you got to be fluid with it. You got to be aware of it. So you got to kind of just be aware of everything constantly and make these little adjustments constantly. Just like you're in this little. You ever seen the last Matrix film and he's there with all the fucking screens? It's probably not the best one. Homer Simpson, when he's there in the nuclear power plant, he's got all them fucking buttons. So that's it. So you got all these fucking buttons and each one like adjusts your time with the kids and time with the wife, time applied to work, time applied to your own interests and mental health, along with like your energy inputs and what you eat and how you talk to people and your patience with particular situations and when you're going to sleep and all these little factors and aspects, all of your fucking life. You literally got to be like puppet master, like be aware, constantly looking at all these fucking things to do with your life and everything that's you're concerned with, and that's usually yourself, your spouse, your family, work, and keep it on top of them all. And anywhere you notice shit to slip a little bit, it's like, right, just turn that a little bit. Wife's feeling a little neglected, right? So let's tweak there. Podcast falling back a bit, right? Just let's pop in the studio for one extra evening, record another podcast, right? Okay, do that. Son's getting a bit out of hand, hitting his brother more, blah blah blah. Right, let's put a bit more time into parenting the child so he learns right from wrong a little bit better. Let's just tweak that there. Oh fuck's sake, I'm getting a bit sluggish again. I had 2 biscuits yesterday. Like, right, okay, get rid of them. You know what I mean? Just constantly fucking bang bang bing bang boom, working on it. I'm actually going to leave it there because I said I was going to do it earlier but I didn't. If you are on fucking YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Do that. It'll be good for you. Trust me. I'm trying to help you. I think you subscribe to podcasts as well, don't you, on the podcast platforms? Do that. There's always like the comments I'd rather have. If you're listening to the podcast, hit me up on Instagram, Ryan's.road, Facebook, RyansRoad22. Just come drop me a fucking DM. Be like, hey dude, listen to your podcast. You talk shit, man. But then tell me why. Like, if you honestly think, if you manage to listen to all this and you think I talk shit, come and tell me why, because I'd be genuinely interested to know why you think that. I could be like, mate, fuck off. Come tell me why. That'd be really cool. If you find that you agree with what I'm saying, or you find it insightful, or you're agreeing at all, come fucking tell me. Ryan's.road, RyansRoad22. Just come let me know. If there's, I don't know, something that you want me to touch on, to get my thoughts on, come fucking tell me. Heck, if you want to get on the fucking podcast, I want to start doing guests soon. If you want to fucking get on here, if you've got a story to tell about your perspective of life and how your journey's gone so far, can't wait to do that. So if you want to fucking get on here with me and come sit in here and have a fucking good old chinwag, fuck, I'll even get the kettle on. That'd be cool. Sweet. With all this, as you know, there's the fitness side to it. Yeah, I didn't do it much this week myself, but life gets in the way. It does. I've got my Ryan's Road fitness channel with all my vlogs documenting the journey and a couple tutorials, which I'm going to get back on soon when I get a bit further with my training. I want to start getting some really good tutorials for beginners, you know, people that just can't do a fucking pull-up or a push-up, you know, they like that really incremental start. I want to start doing it from that. I did have a cool idea that I thought would be interesting, where I won't get into this too much because obviously this is the podcast. Like, 'cause I keep seeing with the people that are quite established with their like PT type thing, you know, physical people that have like good social followings and whatnot, and it's like, look, I'm really fit and ripped and I can do all this. You want to get like this? Come buy my training program. I always look at that man and go, fuck me, that's a dated way of doing it. Like, what I would love to do if I didn't have if I had the time, would be get like 5 to 10 people and just get them here and maybe meet like once or twice a week and go through the workouts with them and teach them progressions and whatnot, and just have someone for them to talk to about how they're getting on with life and the diets and shit like that. Help them get set up at home, you know, just like a door frame, pull-up bar, some gymnastics rings, so they know what they got to do. Completely fucking free, just on the basis that I can film the sessions, like a vlog series, just like a separate series on the fitness channel. I think that'd be really fucking cool. But like, this is where the dream comes in of if I was doing this, if this happened full time with the podcast and YouTube, it wouldn't be like what I'm doing now and be like, oh yeah, sweet. So then the time that I've usually been at work doing my electrics, I'm then just fucking around playing with my dick. I'm like, I get ideas for this. Like, this is like the side job at the minute. I want to literally make this like the full-time job, so I could probably do like longer podcasts, or I could even start doing like 2 podcasts sort of thing. Like, I could do like this one where, you know, I'm talking about perspective and stuff like that, and then I could maybe do like a second podcast with a different theme sort of thing, and I could do more things with my fitness channel. I could do more series on that and different like videos and different ideas, and literally made like a big brainstorm, literally different ideas and things I could do. So yeah, I sidetracked slightly because fuck, you know, that's just how I do. I do really push you to start doing some sort of physical fucking exercise, because it helps a bastard ton. If you want to see what I'm doing in the mornings between 6 and 7 and how I'm doing it and how I'm getting on with it and what I've done and what I've been doing, I'm vlogging the whole bastard thing, and I have been since December last year. So it's all there if you want to go see how I'm doing and what I'm getting on and how I'm doing exactly. The best piece of advice I can give you is get up 10 minutes earlier in the morning. If you can do it in your garage, if you've got a garage, or if you can do it downstairs without waking the kids up, just do 10 minutes cardio. Just run on the spot, jump up and down, bounce your fucking legs, spread your fucking arms. If you get a Fitbit or something like it, just see that your heart rate's hit like 120, 140. Just get your fucking heart pumping, man, just for like 10 minutes at the start of every day. No, you'll see a fucking change from that. Like, do that for a week, and you will be commenting, you will be messaging me saying, fucking thanks, Rye, done that because of you and I feel a shitload better. And I'm like, fuck yeah, achievement unlocked, I helped some cunt. Promise that will help a lot. I'm gonna leave it there. Like I say, I apologise for the lack of prep this week. It ain't gonna happen again. Gibbo's on it, Ryan's on it. I'll fix it. I'll be super prepped. Well, I'll be at least as prepped as I was, where I know what theme I'm going to do with my little intro, my outro about the physical side of fixing your fucking head. I'm gonna leave it there. I've already touched on the whole, you know, commenting and shit. Even if it's just to tell me I've got a big nose. I love you all. I don't know how many of you are listening, but whoever the fuck is, I appreciate you. And you should appreciate your fucking self. Don't be afraid in the morning. Any morning. Just deal with the day. Don't be afraid of it. If it's a fucking hard day, let's just get through it and get ready for tomorrow. Just do your best. Do your fucking best that day and do your best the next day. Don't worry if you feel like it could have gone better. Like, try and do better the next day. It's cool. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to edit this fucking thing for the morning. Wish me luck. Right, yes, I'm going. I'm gone. Love you all. Take it easy. And I shall speak to you next week.